What can you give up to save time and improve your health? There are so many things that I have done over the years, and maybe you too, that have wasted not only time, but put my health in jeopardy. So, in this video, I want to share some of these activities to help you check your use of time and possible effects on your health. Welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, and if you're feeling overwhelmed and would like tips for simple living, then spend some time with me. There are several things that I found giving up after I turned 50 that has helped me save time and improve my health. And while I have more time now that I am an empty nester, somehow I have filled my time with things that are needed from work or home or just things I enjoy and find fulfilling, such as time with friends and family and more time to help others. So here are 5 things I have given up recently to save time and improve my health. Let's start with morning routines. One thing that is important to me in the morning after my quiet prayer and devotion time is my exercise routine. However, this has changed over the years. So the first thing I gave up is exercise routines that no longer serve my body. Our bodies change in terms of abilities and needs. In my younger years, I would go running and do more high impact and high intensity routines. But now I stopped running to preserve my knee because it started making a ticking noise. It didn't hurt, but I didn't want it to hurt, so I gave it running. And I've taken up more low impact activities such as walking, some dancing, Pilates, stretching, and more strength training to build and maintain muscle. I think it's important to listen to our bodies instead of comparing ourselves to our younger years and think we can keep up with the same level of intensity when our body is telling us otherwise. But exercise is still important, so we adapt even if it means just finding movement during the day, whether it be an exercise routine or doing household chores or taking a walk to explore some new place or movement of some kind. The next thing I gave up, which affects my morning and evening routines, is complicated skincare routines. There is so much available for our skin, and I'm so susceptible to any skincare that is labeled anti-aging, but it's so time consuming and overwhelming and expensive. Specifically, I've given up multi-step routines with overlapping active ingredients, expensive products without evidence behind them, and harsh cleansers that strip natural oil since skin produces less oil as we age, making us more prone to dryness. Now I have replaced my previous 5 to 8 steps with 3 to 4 steps: a gentle cleanser, serum, moisturizer, and SPF in the morning, and sometimes a skin treatment in the evening. Honestly, one thing I have been prioritizing in my skincare is how clean the product is because there are ingredients that are not good for our skin and body. So I use this app, Yuka, to help me choose cleaner products. I'm not sponsored by them or receiving anything from them. They don't even know I am mentioning them. Anyway, I scan the product to find out how clean it is, and they rate the product as bad, poor, good, or excellent. There are other apps out there that offer the same service, but I just found Yuka a little easier to use for me. Another important thing that is good for our skin and health is our diet. And this next thing that I gave up not only is saving me time, but also money. Honestly, for our diet, we've given up a lot these past few years. Sugar, processed foods, gluten for my health issues, and we've greatly reduced our simple carbohydrate intake. If you want to know the health benefits I experienced by giving up sugar, watch a video which I will link in the description and up here somewhere. But the third thing I want to mention here is that I gave up complicated meal prep with too many ingredients. Part of this is that I've been getting more lazy when it comes to cooking. By cutting out processed food, I can't just microwave meals anymore, and I need to psych myself up to cook a meal that has more than 5 ingredients and 8 steps. So for most days, I focus on having quality protein and vegetables. In order to do this and not have to prep and cook every day, I like to prep 1 to 2 days a week. So usually on Sundays, I cut my vegetables for the week, cook a grain or two, such as quinoa, sometimes rice, but we're trying to cut back on that too. And I cut my protein and marinate it so that I can just take it out of the refrigerator and cook it. Or sometimes I buy pre-cut meats, either cooked or uncooked, depending on how busy I think I will be during the week ahead. And I boil a bunch of eggs so I don't need to do that each morning since I love soft-boiled eggs. I spend maybe 1 to 2 hours prepping each week and save a bunch of time during the week in the evenings. Also, related to diets, the next thing took a while for me to give up because it was such an ingrained habit. But giving this up has also helped me sleep better. So the fourth thing I mostly gave up is eating late in the day, especially after 7 p.m., whether it be for a meal or snacking. This has been difficult because the habit I have had ever since I was a child is snacking, especially for watching TV in the evening. Eating in front of the TV was just part of my day, and most of the time I wasn't really hungry. It was out of habit. Now, my husband gave up eating after dinner, and he has felt better in many ways. And he has been encouraging me to do the same, but I just had a hard time with this, especially during times of stress. So, stress eating after dinner was a thing for me, but I slowly started giving up this habit and found that on nights when I did not snack or just didn't eat after dinner, I slept so much better and woke up feeling less groggy. And I saw a study that found that eating later in the day increases hunger hormones and decreases satiety hormones, making overeating more likely. For people over 50, insulin sensitivity already tends to decline, and late meals amplify blood sugar spikes, increasing type 2 diabetes risk. Now, sometimes this can't be helped because we may get invited for dinner where the meals aren't served until after 7. So I just need to make an exception then and also have something to eat earlier so I'm not starving and eating a big meal at that time. Speaking of late, this last thing I mostly gave up also has helped my sleep quality, and that is not to stay up late, specifically to get to bed by 11. This was a habit I developed when my kids were in middle school and high school because they stayed up late and I just wanted to spend time with them. Or when they went out, I felt this need to stay up until they got home. Or sometimes the introvert in me just needed downtime, and staying up late gave me that time to myself. But now I no longer have these excuses, and research consistently links late sleep schedules to serious health risks. A large study published in the European Heart Journal found that people who go to sleep after midnight have a 25% higher risk of cardiovascular disease compared to those sleeping between 10 to 11 p.m. After 50, circadian rhythms naturally shift earlier, meaning fighting that urge to stay up works against your biology. One thing that has helped me with not staying up late is that I can't have caffeine after 11 o'clock in the morning. But that's just me. If I have a caffeinated beverage after that, even if it's lightly caffeinated, I won't sleep as well. As I said in a previous video about what I gave up to save my time and sanity, is that after 50, time is more precious. And we need to admit when something no longer serves us and helping us with our health. What habits or items do you need to give up to save you time and improve your health? Please share in the comments below. We can all learn from one another. Thanks for watching, and if this video has helped you, please hit the like button so YouTube will share it, subscribe, and then share it with someone who needs a little more simplicity in their life. For more tips on simple living, watch this video next, and I'll see you over there.